am so excited. Today I am starting a new series called 15-minute facials. The entire premise of this series is to kind of get creative with some of the devices that we own and some of the skincare that we own and combine them into kind of short and sweet facials and share them with you. So if you're interested in, using some of the stuff that you own, maybe picking up some devices that you haven't touched for a while, then this will be a great series for you. In today's video, we're going to use microdermabrasion, we're going to use LED, and we're going to use some great skincare that will help with texture, help to kind of smooth out the skin, offload a little bit of surface pigment, and also will help with the glow factor. Now, the LED is going to, of course, help with ATP production and also collagen. So all the way around, it's a fantastic anti-aging protocol that you're about to see. I do hope if you are new here, you will consider subscribing. My name is Penny. I am a master esthetician in Portland, Oregon. I'm skincare obsessed. I love this so much and I love to share it. So if you have any facials that you would love to see, let me know. I will create it and I will share it back with you. So I'm super, super excited. I just finished this facial. I put some makeup on. My skin feels fantastic. And be sure to check back for this series because I'm going to come up with a ton of different facials that you can just pluck out, and on a random Friday night, you can spend some time with me and do a facial. I hope you guys enjoy this video and let's roll that. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wash my face. I've been testing out this one from Touch. This is their 10% glycolic wash. I just got this, I've used it a couple times, and what I have discovered is that if you're a dry skin person, this probably isn't going to be a face wash that you wanna use every day. I definitely feel it kind of dries my skin out a little bit, but that's actually perfect for before this particular facial. Because we're gonna do microderm, I actually kind of want the surface of my skin a little bit dried out because then those dead outer layers kind of come off easily. So that is what I'm gonna use for a wash. I've already done that. Now I'm gonna go in and I'm going to do a microdermabrasion treatment. I'm gonna use my PMD Elite. This is a great microdermabrasion device. I put the most coarse disc on it. I like this one because it does have different tips. So this is like the kind of medium-sized tip. This part of the facial, you're gonna go over your skin twice, but it's gonna be all at once. So I'm gonna do 2 passes in an area and I'm gonna move on. I'm not gonna over microderm my skin. I just really wanna get about 1/100th of a millimeter of skin off the surface because then I'm going to show you the rest of the facial. This is really kind of a brighten and glow and anti-aging quick facial that you can use to combine a couple of modalities. So just press and hold, and I'm going to put it on level 2 for suction. What you need to know when you're doing a microderm is you want to hold your skin taut and you don't want to go over and over and over an area, but holding your skin taut is the most important thing so that the suction glides over and just pulls that dead skin, but doesn't pull your skin in and able to give you any kind of hickeys. So you hold the skin taut and you go. Why are we doing this? We are doing this to remove some excess skin from the surface, some of the dead skin. We're going to remove a hurdle for what we're going to do next, and then we're going to provide the perfect canvas for feeding our skin with the nutrients that we're going to talk about at the end of the facial. It is absolutely the perfect way to alleviate some irregular texture, get a little bit of a surface offloading of pigment, and kind of give you an overall glow. I actually like the tip that is just that I used on my face. I actually like that on my nose area. Make sure when you're holding on to these devices that you don't accidentally turn it off. But you got to make your nose into like a crazy, I tell you, the faces that you make. I just go right around my nose ring too. No big deal. Be careful on your tip. You can definitely give a hickey there, but be careful. Okay, so that's the end of your microderm. You've done your whole face. You've done 1 to 2 passes on your face. Next thing we're going to do is LED. LED is absolutely perfect after you've done a microdermabrasion for several reasons. Number one, you have very, very clean skin. You have eliminated a hurdle of, kind of dead skin in between where we want that light to get and the light itself. And also we've roughed up the skin and we've caused a little bit of inflammation. And LED is of course anti-inflammatory. So it's the perfect complement to a microdermabrasion treatment. Now you guys have heard me talk about the Mito so many times on this channel. It's definitely my favorite device. I have it in 3 different versions and I love it. But today for this video, I'm going to show you this simple little bulb that I got on Amazon. It's by Hada. Now, Hada is a very reputable LED company, and they make these bulbs, and they come with the cord. The cord actually has an on-off switch here. So you just simply turn it on and turn it off. I'm going to plug it in, obviously. It's not a super long cord. It's definitely, in my opinion, for at-home use, or if you did have a treatment room, you could use this on a client in a treatment room. I wanted to show you this option because it's super, super affordable. So if you are someone who has been interested in getting LED, but you're not going to fork out $200 or $300 or more, this is a great option. And there are 3 of these that are very, very good. There's this Hada, which is red and near infrared. Then there is also a Hada that is red, near infrared, and blue. So if you have acne, that's a great lamp to choose. And then there's the Wolzek bulb, which is red and near infrared, which looks very, very similar to this. But I don't think that bulb comes with a cord. You have to buy a lamp. That's another thing that you definitely can do with these bulbs. You could get a simple desk lamp and have it be stationary so you're not holding it. So that's an option also. So I'm going to plug this in. I'm going to give myself about 5 minutes worth of LED treatment, just kind of around my face. And then we're going to talk about the skincare that we're going to use to finish off this facial. I want you to know that I do have eye protection, and I certainly could wear it if I wanted to be extra careful. And obviously this is how I would do it if I wanted to do that. I think you need to just do what you're comfortable with. I know that, you're not supposed to have to wear eye protection, but in the treatment room, I always put eye protection on my clients. So if you're one of those people that feels like it's necessary to be extra cautious with your eyes, that's completely understandable. It's pretty easy. They're comfortable. You can always put a 2x2 cotton underneath the goggles so that you don't get like the impact of the goggle on your skin. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do for 5 or 6 minutes here. Okay, now that we've finished our LED, we are going to infuse our skin with some good stuff. The very first thing that I'm going to use is going to be my Bradceuticals. This is the Gold Serum. Now, this is a mesenchymal stem cell conditioned media. It is bone marrow derived, which is a lot like Anti-Age or ProCell, only it's at a little bit more of an affordable price. And I absolutely love the consistency. I know the owner of this company, and I just think it's a fantastic product. This product is really great after treatment. So it's really great after microneedling, cosmetic microneedling, and it's really great after microdermabrasion and LED. Really, really good, because what it's going to do is help your own skin work on collagen. It's going to help with collagen induction. So I love this post microderm and LED. It's great for that. Now, it's also really good if you happen to be somebody who gets really sensitive, if you've overdone it, if your skin is red. This can help take down redness and inflammation because it's very, very anti-inflammatory. So I'm just going to take a dropper full, and I'm simply going to do this and press it into my skin. It's really soothing, you guys. I just really love this serum. I really, really love this serum. Okay, so we have fed our skin some growth factors. For me personally, especially using that glycolic wash to begin with, now I need a little bit of hydration. I'm going to use my Isntree. I've shown this a bunch, you guys. I think both the Bradceuticals and this Isntree were in my top 20 of 2020. I'm going to use this. It's several types, I think 8 types. I think it's 8 types of hyaluronic acid, and it's just a fantastically hydrating serum. I'm going to also just press this in. Now you'll notice that I did everything else on clean skin. So I did the microderm on clean skin, clean dry skin. I did the LED right after on clean dry skin. Then I put all of the good stuff. We don't want to put all the skincare on and then do LED because unfortunately, even if a serum is clear, it may kind of mess with the light. So you want to put all of your skincare on after LED. We have talked before about using green tea and LED, but I'm not using that in this particular facial because I wanted everything to be on clean, dry skin, no barriers for that light whatsoever. This is a facial you could do once a week or once every 2 weeks. You don't want to go overboard on microderm. Now that I've got my hydration on, I'm gonna kind of lock it in, double it up with a little extra hydration. And for me today, that's gonna be Hada Labo. These are products I've talked about on this channel forever. If you have never tried this Gold Gochujang Hada Labo Premium lotion, it is absolutely insanity. It is so hydrating. Then it has a counterpart. So depending on how dry you are, if you're extra dry, this one would be fantastic. If you're just normal to dry, this one is wonderful. If you're like extra dry, you could layer them. For me today, because I did have the hyaluronic acid on, I'm just gonna go with this guy. It's kind of a gel consistency. I mean, it's definitely not water, but it's thicker than water, but it's not as thick as a cream. Everybody I have recommended this to is like, where has that been all my life? It is so soothing and hydrating. So, oh, I just love it. Now, once this completely soaks in, I'm going to follow up with sunscreen. Sunscreen is definitely going to be the most important part here because I'm doing this during the day. I need to make sure that I protect myself from the sun because not only did I remove a layer, a very small superficial layer of dead skin, which removed a hurdle for the red light, it also removes a hurdle for UVA and UVB rays. So we need to reinforce our barrier and give ourselves sun protection. So for me, that is going to be CeraVe, and that is this was also on my top 20 of 2020. This is their SPF 30. It is a tinted sunscreen, all mineral. This one has iron oxides in it. And I talked about this before, but iron oxides are important if you have hyperpigmentation because basically they can help block the visible rays that we can see. And that's really nice because that can contribute to our hyperpigmentation. So as soon as this soaks in a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on and I will show you guys what it looks like. So you can see it's not light, but it's not super dark. But what it does not have is a white cast. So it kind of can work for a range of skin tones, but no white cast whatsoever. Really is a fantastic sunscreen. So I'm just gonna get this on. And then that's the end of the facial. This is one of those facials that you could do in the evening and then you don't have to do the sunscreen, but it's really fantastic if you have texture, if you just feel like your skin is kind of dull, if you want to get a little bit of collagen induction, a little bit of anti-aging, and you feel like you're just starting to look dull. This is a great facial for that. Like I said, it's good once a week or once every 2 weeks. And it shouldn't be longer than like half an hour. So it should be one of those things that you should be able to do as a self-care facial in a relative short amount of time. I do hope that this was helpful, you guys. If you have any questions, definitely comment down below. Watch for this series to grow because I'm going to do tons and tons of facial videos that you can replicate at home so that while we're stuck indoors on lockdown, we can have fantastic skin doing facials at home. Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick facial. It should only take you about 30 minutes. I, of course, fast forwarded some so that it's not like paint drying, but let me know again in the comments any kind of facials that you'd like to see, any kind of skin you'd like to treat, or maybe a certain issue that you would like to address inside of a facial. And I will get really creative with my skincare obsessed brain and try and come up with the best modalities and the best skincare to formulate a great facial, because that is definitely something I miss from the treatment room, is plucking the right skincare for individual clients and really affecting their skin in a positive way in a facial atmosphere. So I do hope you enjoy this series. I hope that you'll subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you in my next skincare video. Take care.